funny thing happened to me on my way to invading Earth. I am your worst nightmare. Believe that.
Hey there, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Yeah, you right there, Mr. Postman. Hey, Mr. Postman, look at me. Is there a package just waiting for me? Where's my box? Where's my box? What's in the box?
Welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. And this episode is sponsored by There's an Alien in My Toilet. Coming to Kickstarter February 15th, 2022. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a laugh out loud comedy series. So, this episode of What's in the Box, we're talking about tights. Yeah, not spandex, but tights. That's the name of this book. It was successfully launched on Kickstarter. Blew away its funding goal. In fact, the creator of this series is on Catch the Craze podcast. The episode's coming out in a couple of weeks. Check that out. But this was pretty dope. So George put me on to this series because George backed it on Kickstarter. And so this the title and the book is very impressive as far as the artwork, the story, very funny. But there's the cover. You can tell it's in San Francisco. You can tell by those hills. That's some crazy hills. I wouldn't want to try to park there in the winter. But that cover's pretty fire. So that is the cover of Tights, and we're going to go into this. So let me just get in there. Boom. All right. So there's your thank you. If it's Kickstarter, you can see how many people. It's over 100 and something people backed this campaign. Kudos to you. And where's the creative team? So we have created and written by Chris Wagan, artwork and cover A by Edison Neo, not Neo from the Matrix, but Neo. Variant cover B by Santi Guilin. I'm hoping I'm saying it's Guilin probably. Designer letters by Reed Hinckley Barnes. Pretty cool. And let me get this gum out my mouth. And you can find Tights Comic Book on Facebook. It's Tights Comic Book. On Instagram, Tights Comic Book. On Twitter, Tights Comic Book. And on the World Wide Web, TightsComicBook.com. See how simple that is? So simple. Keep it simple, guys. Don't go crazy. So we start off in San Francisco. There's this dude with a backpack and a hat on. And he's heading over to the bank. In San Francisco, California, it's never been easier to rob a bank. Oh, no. That's how we're starting it out. He's going straight into the action. Time for some action. So Exhibit A, security. After the second pandemic crash, even can't fail corporate America can't afford to bankroll proper security detail. Yeah, look at that. He's just manchando. He's breaking. All right, so where's HR? Because this guy is breaking all policy rules. No eating on the job, no cell phones on the job, no leaning on the job. You're supposed to be security. You're supposed to represent. You're supposed to be intimidating. You're supposed to be a deterrent. He doesn't even know what's going on other than whatever he's watching on TikTok. Oh, fired. Where's Trump? You're fired. All right, needless to say, Paul Bartsch here doesn't even pose a threat. See that? He's the reason why this guy's getting away with it. Boom. Exhibit B, crowd control. It's like the senior citizens reunion. What crowd control? Chances are some random cowboy deciding to be a hero are pretty slim. I mean, honestly. And he's looking at these people that, they're not too keen on being there. Think about the crowd who actually goes into a bank these days. Exhibit C, anonymity. And most importantly, your mug won't end up on the evening news. Good Lord, why? He'll tell you why. Because by law, we're required to wear a mask to get in the front door. Holla, who made up that rule? That's what's happening right now in California. Because everyone's wearing masks, they're jacking everybody up. Nobody wants to be there. There's a mass exodus. Anyway, back onto the topic. So, boom. There it goes. I came in the door. I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more. These guys are coming in. He goes, all you really have to do is stroll up to the teller, slide her a note, and blam! bam, fill him up, or I'll fill you, I'm not going to say the words, freaking face with lead, right? Boom, and he pushes Abuelita to the side. Yo, he pushed Grandma. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, that's not good. And Grandma ain't having it. She is back off of your back of the line, a-hole. No, I'm not an a-hole. And oh, there goes the button. She pressed the button. See, you can tell these guys are rookies, right? Because they didn't anticipate Kung Fu Grip Grandma. Right? So, and they didn't anticipate the fact that she'd be the distraction so that the teller could hit the button. No bueno, no bueno. Yo, get a grip on that. Anyway, not saying anything. Before they do something even more demented than these criminal masterminds about to make the situation much worse. So here it goes. Boom. Another one. Everyone's busting that door open. Yo, it's a bank. You should start buzzing people in and have that door locked because it's just too, it's just like everybody's just going to kick it open. What the hell? Boom. There's Bruce Willis after he had several burrito grandes. A superhero. Yippee-ki-yay, mother butter. Right? So I actually thought that was Bruce Willis in reading the book. Right? I was like, oh, he's coming back and he's barefoot and he's got a hairy belly. He looks like a hobbit. I don't understand. And I'm definitely not an a-hole. Cap that crazy fat. Oh, they even talked about his belly. Don't talk about the belly. Anyway. So now everyone's bucking shots. Bucktown, home of the original gun clappers. You're looking at the result of what record-breaking unemployment, crippling crime rates, and 500 million Disney subscriptions could do to society. Thanks to COVID. So everyone's going crazy. Shots are everywhere. Shotgun blast a herd. When I rip and kill at will. Anyway, so it's a Christ. What? Not another. Another what? We've got tights. This is the police. We have you surrounded. All of you. There he goes. That's Bruce. Lighting his cigarette. Right? Cease fire and place your weapons on the ground now. He's like, I'll kill her, man. I swear. And tell your man to stand down, Chief. I got this. Oh, no, you don't. You got nothing. Anyway. All right, pal. Straight out of, I think this was Die Hard number 3 with the Samuel L. Jackson part where he was told to go to the neighborhood and pull some racing stunts. And he's about to get jacked up by the boys from the block. And he had that gun in the, man. Anyway, all right, pal. You win. Die Hard. He's supposed to be Die Hard. No, no, no. I knew it. Happy trails. And then he pulls out his Glock. Oh, say it ain't so. And he kills Grandma. Yo, Grandma was your best ally. Grandma was Bruce Lee reincarnated. Yo. So he takes out the good guy. And so now the bad guy opens shots and he gets taken down. Welcome to the new normal. And there goes Bruce Willis. No, now he's gonna go to court. 9.5 months later, the Honorable Judge Oliver Andrews made a name for himself by putting away the remnants of the West Coast crime syndicates. Work that netted him multiple death threats, an ultimatum from his wife, and a presidential appointment to a federal judgeship. And if you believe it, the cocky Biatstid almost turned down Barry's offer. Yep, that's me. I'm that a-hole. And that shell of a man is defendant Theodore Hendricks. His name is Theodore. Alvin Simon Theodore. Do. Anyway, so out of work contractor with a PTSD and an unhealthy obsession with the 80s Christmas movies. Of course. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Mr. Henderly, would you please stand and face the jury? So anyway, he's on trial. And Superior Court, California, whatever. This guy's going to be found guilty. I mean, he's guilty of the crimes of first-degree murder in count 2. Murder in the second degree. The jury finds him guilty. Guilty. He just gave it all away. All away. I knew that you were probably thinking I kind of feel bad for the guy. He didn't mean to kill the old woman. He's obviously sick, blah, blah, blah. But let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Because he's just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because you know what little Timothy Andrew is thinking right now? Timothy's thinking that he never would have invited grandma to his elementary school party. She would never have had to go to the bank and got jacked by a knockoff Bruce Willis. Come on. I've seen dozens of types just like Mr. Henderly plead the same cliched case over and over again. I'm only trying to make the world a better place. One after another, after another, after another. Man, this COVID's making people act crazy. Later in the evening, shoes. The wife's like, you ain't coming in my house with those shoes on. And he's like, yo, smell my feet. Oh, he put his shoes up. She should have splashed that wine up on his face, because my wife would have done that. If I even raised my shoes to my wife's face, she would have pulled a grandma on me, karate chop to my throat. Ugh. All right, we are officially on the clock. So she wants to have a baby, right? She's like, yo, what husband wouldn't be excited, right? And he's like, oh, it's going to be work. But because he's preoccupied mentally, he can't rise to the occasion. Keep rising to the top. Well, my mom says, give it all you got. Give it all you got. Oh, he couldn't do it this time. Anyway, so she's like, don't worry about it. Men your age go through this stuff. Oh, she threw out the age stuff. Anyway, so fast forward, Mission Dolores Park. All right. Anton's not a man you typically want to keep waiting, Pant. Sorry, I'm late, Anton. Had a late night with the missus, and Anton's standing there, right, straight out of NWA. Being that he's a former kickboxing champion and Hong Kong nightclub bouncer notorious for having a short fuse, yeah, I can tell. Look at him, jacked up. I'm just messing with you, Judge. My 11 o'clock cancel, we good. Luckily for me, Anton's just about the closest thing I have to a friend. It'll cost you a croissant, though. A croissant fare. He's like, all right, now let's get to work. So now they're at the park. I like that scene right there. It looks really cool. An hour later, you know, I saw your case in my feed today. He's like, yeah. He's like, dude, just straight ripped off the man McLean. No imagination. Yeah, I know. So you mean like those Comic-Con rejects there? Yo, don't mess with Comic-Con. Sheesh. At least they're original and derivative at best. And you really hate them, don't you? Tight superheroes? It's insane, Anton. And look, you know when there's a car pulling up, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And he's got a tat on his hand. It's a triangle. No bueno. No bueno. Pretty damn good business, whatever. So now here comes another joker. He goes jack up a woman's purse. Makes it even worse. He yanks it from her so she falls. Help me, please. Doesn't know that Action Jackson here is ready to open up a can on him. Look at him. Wow! Everybody want kung fu fighting. So he busts him up. And you're going to get hurt. He pulls out the knife. You're dead, man. And boom, breaks his arm. Then he yokes him. He puts him to sleep. Really? You didn't see? Ah, man. Size up your competition. I would have seen him. I'm like, yo, my bad. You want me to buy you breakfast? Anyway, he gives her her stuff. The guy's like, yo, you got a card? Boom. 6 hours later, your shoes, get him off. He's late again. Blah, 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 blah. He's telling his wife he'll make it up to her because she's mad at him. Right? And so he goes out at night to go get some stuff so they can have a good night, watch a movie. Right? So I knew the moment he came home and now he's leaving again at night and he's going to go get something, something's up, right? Then he walks down an alley. Why? Why? Every movie say avoid the alley at night. But no, this guy who we've just identified the fact that he's had a lot of threats, he's not particularly liked. And he decides that he's walking. Where's your security? That's what I want to know. You're a big time judge. Where's your... I don't know what the hell. Anyway, so there he goes. Turn on your brights. And he's getting wise with this car coming up with a bunch of dudes ready to jack him up. Look at him. I knew it. The guy with the tattoo. Mr. Andrews, I want you to be the first to know that I've decided to expedite my sentence. Boom. Now they're gonna jack him up. Jack him up because he chose to go to an alley. He chose not to get Uber Eats. Right? Grubhub. He could have done Grubhub, but no, he wanted to be a hero. Anyway, so, boom, he's about to be assassinated, and all of a sudden, they're all getting jacked up. Whoppa, whoppa. They're like, where's it coming from? Boom, they're all getting busted up. And he's just there. What the hell? Who that? Where's it coming from? Bam, and there it is. Judge Oliver Andrews. Shit, this night just got worse. First of all, I can't get it up. I'm having a bad night. I walk in the alley. I'm about to get jacked up. And now you have a ripoff of Snake Eyes coming out of the dark. I'm like, I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. I would have thought it was Snake Eyes. I'm like, yo, can I get your autograph? Right? Because I had Snake Eyes and I had Storm Shadow. I had all of them. Anyway. And he has the nerve to pick up a broken bottle. Are you crazy? We need your help. Wait, why do you need his help? I think he needs your help. Hell no, you guys are armed to the teeth. But that's a beautiful scene right there. I love that scene. It's a great splash page. And then, of course, you need the help of the guy that's about to do this. The Shadow Pack. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Funny, funny stuff. I love this cover for the next issue. Really beautiful cover. Done really well. And that's it. And what you hear in the background is my dogs acting up. Stop acting up. I'm trying to do some stuff here. Right? So that's Tights. Funny stuff. Go get yourself a copy. Successful on Kickstarter. It's got the next one coming out sometime in 2022. Go check out the website. Really talented creators. And check out the interview with the creator of Tights. And that'll be announced. It'll be coming out the last week in December. So again, Wagan was a really talented writer, creator, and he worked with a really talented team. With that said, don't forget, there's an alien on my toilet. It's hilarious. It's funny. It is critically acclaimed. I mean, the critic reviews are out of control, right? Absolutely hysterical. KDKA Radio, hilarious and endearing, curled up with a good book. We got reviews from Newsarama, from Broken Frontier, from Licensing Magazine, from previous Wizard Magazine. Sign up today. The launch page is ready. It's active. Look, it's time to escape from the madness of the real world and enter the world of duty and have fun and be a kid again. If you want to laugh and you don't want to be so serious, this is a great book for you. It's a great gift for your friends and family. Sign up today. Be the first ones for the launch page. You're not going to regret it. It's hilarious. With that said, if you want to be featured on What's in the Box, all you have to do is go to crazycomics.com and fill out the form and send me a copy PDF. You don't have to send a physical. You can send a PDF. If you want to send a physical, hit me up and I'll give you an address to send it to. Give us a thumbs up if you like this episode. Subscribe. Help us get monetized. We're on the road to 1,000. Let's get there. We need you. With that said, I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. This was another episode of What's in the Box. Peace.
What's in the box?